Hey guys, it's Jillian Schleicher. How are you? I hope you're well. And I wanted to jump on and do a presentation for you. This is a little bit different of a style. Let me know what you think about it. We're going to go through the system CRM, Coherence Resonance Mapping, for checking in with how much energy you're losing to the crime of outshining. This is from the Big Leap, Gay Hendricks book. He goes through several possible ways you're losing energy, possible ways you're feeling stuck in a situation in an area of your life. And the crime of outshining is one of these. It's a really powerful book. I do suggest you run off and grab that. But right now, we're going to go through a CRM process for the crime of outshining. So I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. So, hey, if you don't know me, my name is Jillian Schleicher. I'm a Canadian author and healer, and I work with my students and clients to teach them tips and tricks and tools. Specifically, the one main tool that we go through is called CRM, Coherence Resonance Mapping, so that when they want to create more in their business or more in their life, they have the tools to get unstuck, to dissolve or destroy blocks, and to create what they desire in their life and business. So, today we're going to be working on crime of outshining. Here we go. So, if you want to get your message heard, if you feel stuck in your life, if your mind goes blank when you want to show up, create content, or write, or speak, or go live, or what have you, if there's a fear, or if you feel that you're maybe a perfectionist or you're procrastinating for some reason that is unknown, or if you feel that you're maybe overwhelmed, this may be the crime of outshining, and that's kind of uh, tripping you up just underneath the surface in the background. Subconsciously, that this may be playing in the back of your mind, right? So what happens is the crime of outshining could be a rule that is in your subconscious. It could be a belief that you've learned or interpreted from years and years ago from your childhood, maybe. It could also be someone else's stuff. It could be a point of view, a rule, an expectation, a conclusion, a judgment that belongs to someone else. It may not even be yours. It could be training or programming. If you've gone through childhood trauma, if you feel like you were maybe the underdog or the black sheep of the family, if you feel like you maybe had a lot of childhood stuff, then this could be programming from childhood. If you feel that you were belittled, if you remember in your past, in your childhood, when you had an idea or you had a desire, or you did something at school and you brought that home and you were belittled for that, right? Oh, you could have done better if you tried harder, or something similar, right? Or straight out trauma, like black and white. If you had trauma in your life, then this crime of outshining could be keeping you stuck and not allowing you to come forward in your life, in your business, right? There could also be a history of criticism. Now, I want you to tune into your body right now. I want you to take a breath, take a minute, and if you could picture a radio dial, how much do you feel that this is holding you back? Any of the stuff that we just talked about, whatever that brought up, I want you to take a minute. I want you to acknowledge that your body is giving you feedback. And I'd love for you to say, thank you, body. Your body is constantly trying to communicate with you. And we can use that communication to kind of pivot and choose what you want to create instead of falling back down the rabbit hole of the stuff that you don't want to create any longer. Does that make sense? So right now, I want you to feel into and acknowledge that it's okay. This is only feedback. Emotions are energy in motion. They want to continue moving. We don't want to get stuck in them. We want to recognize that they are feedback. So how much is this between 0 and 10 on a radio dial? How much do you feel that this is holding you back? So take a minute, pause this if you need to. And I want you to really kind of feel into this, allow this to come up. And if it's 10, no worries, we're going to shift it. If it's 0, awesome. But really take a minute and feel into if this is from 0 to 10 on that radio dial. And this is funny. If you look at the stereo system, I swear to you, my parents had one identical to this. And I would sit in front of this. My father had this. It was like his pride and joy. And he had it once there were DVDs that came out. The DVD and the tape player were both connected into this. And I would sit there with the pause and record button. And I was a gymnast and I competed in gymnastics, and then I taught in gymnastics, and I created floor routine music for my gymnasts, for myself, and then for my gymnasts. And I sat at this machine, one similar to this anyway, and I would press play and record by ear, and I would time out, count the time, count the music, and I would splice the song together to take out the words and the lyrics so that it would only be music. I swear to you, it looked exactly like that. Good memories, man. I would sit there for hours. Anyway, enough about me. So the cool thing about your body telling you, wow, there's all these emotions, or I feel stuck, or I fear criticism, or whatever it may be. The cool thing about your body is this. This is I love this chart. So I created this for my students and my clients in the Coherence Resonance Mapping class or program. And we go through this to make sure that these energy centers are clear, they're flowing, they're allowing energy to come in and leave again with a coherence, with an alignment, right? So when we have a resistance in any of these energy centers and in any of these chakras, we will feel out of balance. So if we're going to go, actually, hold on a second. Sorry, I think I just hit that. Sorry. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, so here we're going to go into notebook time. And when you want to shine, I want you to write down 3 emotions that come up. How does that feel? And I want you to feel into your body. What does that feel like in your body? When you hold yourself back, how does that feel in your body? I want you to take a minute now, pause this, and really go through this. When you want to shine, but there's something just holding you back, there's something resisting you shining, what does that feel like? And feel that in your body. Ask your body where that's showing up. Really feel it. This is important. And then next, in your notebook, you can copy this completely. Write down a line in the middle of the page. Write down when you want to shine. When I want to shine, I feel this. And when I hold myself back from shining, I feel this. And what is coming up in your body? Okay, so pause that, do this, and then come back. Okay, so you're back. You did it. Okay, we're going to flip back here. We'll do that in a second. So this body sync will tell you what's going on underneath the surface. Isn't that cool? This is one of my favorite things ever. So if a lot of people, and they'll start talking to me and we'll have a conversation and they'll say, I really want to write that book, or I really want to go live, or I really want to do that speaking gig, or whatever it may be, whatever it is, right? Podcast. But when they're talking to me about it, they start to start coughing and clearing their throat, and something comes up into their throat. And I say, hey, do you possibly have a fear of criticism? And they go, well, yeah, I do. How do you know? How'd you know that? Right? because the throat chakra is telling you, and I'm hearing it, right? Same with, oh, I feel like a tightness across my forehead. Is there a fear of reprimand? I feel a pressure on the top of my head. Maybe were your beliefs belittled when you were younger, or a year ago, or a month ago, right? Because these things, they're cyclical, they'll come back in a cycle. So if you were two and you said, like, I was a crazy kid, in the fact that I believed in ghosts and the paranormal and all of those things. I'm sure I saw them. I would have stories when I was younger. Oh, a man in a uniform was looking in the bathroom window. The bathroom window is on the second floor, right? I'm sure I saw spirits when I was younger, and then I suppressed them, and turned that off because it freaked my family out. They didn't believe. They didn't. Um, they said I was a liar. They said I was lying, right? Because they were scared of it, I think. But I shut it off because I didn't want them to see me that way, right? So that memory, your body never ever forgets. So if my beliefs were belittled when I was 2 or 5 or 8, you better believe that that is coming back in my life. So when I started showing up online with my business, yeah, there was that fear of my beliefs will be belittled or ridiculed, or all of these things, because of there is an energetic entanglement surrounding that energy, that rule, that belief, that judgment, that past trauma. So I want you to go through the items that you wrote down, how it makes you feel when you want to come forward and speak your mind, say your truth, do your live, write your book, whatever it may be. And what are you feeling? And then go through here, and you can use this chart to see how that's showing up in your body. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, and this is my program that's called CRM. It's Coherence Resonance Mapping. We're mapping the coherence of your desire, whatever your desire is. Your desire may be to step forward in your business and be more of an influencer, but you feel stuck, right? Whatever that is, I want you to really own that right now and really get clear on what you want. What's that end goal? What's the one thing that if you could change around the crime of outshining, around shining, being seen more, being heard more, right? Pick one thing right now. What we're going to do is called the whiteboard tool. This is from neurolinguistic programming. It used to be called the NLP grid, and it used to be this nasty grid, and I changed it into just a plain, beautiful whiteboard. It seems really playful and it seems really fun, and it is. I'd love for you to drink a lot of water when you're using this tool. Feel free to implement this tool in your life, but please do use this with respect of your body. And if you do muscle test, you're essentially muscle testing with this tool. If you do muscle test, make sure that you muscle test that it's safe for you to be using the whiteboard tool, because your body will tell you, right? Your body never lies. Your body never forgets, and your body never lies. So ask your body, hey, do I have enough water? Am I hydrated enough to do some shifting today? But ask your body, hey, is it safe to do this tool today? Is it safe to shift that? Okay. All right. So back to the star of this video, which is the crime of outshining. Let's check in. How are you doing? How do you feel? Is this information that you feel useful? If it is, please give me a like. Comment down below what you like so far. If you haven't already, please subscribe. So the crime of outshining. So we've done this. Hopefully you did do this. The notebook. When you want to shine, you feel these things. And where is that showing up in your body? When you hold yourself back, you feel 1, 2, and 3. And where are you feeling that in your body? Okay. connecting to your body and allowing your body to come on this journey with you and be a guide for you, a partner in this, right? Is so powerful. All right, so hey, this is part of, like, this is my favorite thing ever. One of. I have sticky notes. Can you hear that? I have sticky notes all over my computer. So I have to move some to see what the heck I'm doing here. All right, so whiteboard time. If you projected out in front of you this beautiful, huge whiteboard, and it has 0 in the middle, and on the far right, and this could be 40 feet wide, doesn't matter, it's your whiteboard, it's yours. Make it your own, it's your unique whiteboard. 0's in the middle. On the right-hand side is 100%. On the left-hand side is 100%, but the left is in the negative and the right is in the positive. So if you had to feel into and you asked your body, how safe do I feel to shine? How safe is it for me to shine? Where is that showing up? And just play with it. Just allow, as if as if this was magnetic and you were throwing a magnet up, right? Where does it kind of light up? You may see a ball. You may just have a feeling. You may see an image of something, right? Like a dartboard. You may see a dart show up. It doesn't matter. What is important is that you're open to this information coming to you. You're open to your body telling you how safe or how unsafe it is for you to show up and shine in your life. You're the star. You're the star of your life. You want to be and you should be shining, right? So how safe is it for you to shine? The next one is, again, can I say that? I think I may say this for every slide. This is the coolest thing. It's one of the most powerful things that you can do right now is to check in, and that feeling, if there was any unsafety of the last slide, if it felt unsafe at all to shine, I want you to check in to see. Next on your whiteboard is now going to change to asking the question or giving you the answer to how much of this is mine, this fear of outshining, this rule of, oh, that's a crime to outshine. How much of that is mine and how much of that belongs to someone else? So you can pause that and check in with your whiteboard right now. How much of that is someone else's? Okay, the cool thing with this, bring back your radio dial. Think of your radio dial. And if there was any percentage of this being someone else's, think of that on the radio dial. And now I want you to dial that down to 0. And you tell your body, I eject anyone's energy from my body that is connected to this crime of outshining. So I eject all outside energy from my body. Okay, you may have to say that 2, 3, 5 times. Deep breath. Thank your body. Thank you, body. Okay. And now I want you to check in with the crime of outshining. How confident am I that I can shine? We did safe. We did that's my energy or someone else's. Now we're doing confidence. Do I feel confident or do I feel unconfident? So take a minute and check in with that. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. Okay, are you ready? Next one is trust. How much do I trust that I can change this? Or how much do I trust myself that I can shine? So is it 100% on the right? Trust myself. I know I'm on Zoom. I'm backwards. So on the right, do I 100% trust myself that I can change this, that I can shine? Or is it somewhere over here, or is it somewhere in between, right? And just like that radio dial, if you want to 100% trust yourself, but you're here, then just like the radio dial, imagine that you're just turning that up. Or you can grab this and bring it up to 100%. 100% trust. Okay, the next one is a little bit of a different whiteboard. We've changed the whiteboard for the left side to be 0%, the middle to be 50, and the right side to be 100%. And checking in with your body, asking what percentage are you coherent, or do you feel aligned with creating this change and allowing yourself to shine. Now, I create anchors, and my students and clients create anchors. They're like affirmations or mantras. And you're going to create one now. Something similar to, it's okay to outshine blank. So it's okay to outshine my brother. It's okay to outshine my sister. It's okay to outshine my father. It's okay to outshine my mother. It's okay to outshine my cousin or my friend or my dog or my whatever. Ready? Pick one. It's okay. And then you're going to test your coherence on this whiteboard. What percentage are you coherent? Or what percentage are you aligned with that anchor? You can feel free to create your own anchor as well, but just test this one. Now, most of my clients and students are spiritual SCEOs, spiritual CEOs, spiritual bosses. So a lot of the time we focus on money blocks. And sometimes this crime about shining pops up when they're coming to the threshold of, ooh, if I make that much money, that means I'm outshining my father or my mother or my brother or my sister or whoever, right? A mentor. So I want to check in with this anchor. It's okay to make more money than blank insert name. So you can pause this and test that if you need to pause. And I'm going to introduce you to the new Earn Like a Boss Oracle cards. These are my new Oracle cards, and they have different anchors for you to align into a higher income, feel more comfortable with the energy of money and the vibration of money, and commanding and calling in and choosing to create the money, the income, the abundance, the wealth in your life. So this is something that if you are interested, check below. There will be a link for you to grab these and comment. Let me know where you were before at the beginning of this video when we started this with the crime about shining, and afterwards. How do you feel? Do you feel that now you can shine a little bit more than you did at the beginning of this video? How did it all make sense? Was it fun to do? Did you enjoy these activities, this exercise? Let me know what your favorite part was. And if you haven't, please do subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. And I'd love it if you shared it with somebody that could benefit from this video. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jillian Schleger. I hope that this was useful. Show up in your life and shine like the boss that you are. I will see you next time. Take care for now. Bye.